So I'm taking a trip out to Sonora, California to test out the Ohlins shocks. Figure a good road trip would be good, especially trying to keep up with a Aprilia Tuono. So the shocks are slightly longer than the stock bobber shocks by about 5 millimeters. So it raises the back of the bike roughly about the same, it seemed like. I probably didn't get the best accurate measures. I was trying to hurry up and get them on before I took this trip. So it wasn't too bad putting them on. I did not mount them with the reservoirs up. It seems that the saddlebag would have been hitting the reservoir, and there's also a bracket on the side of the fender on the right side that looks like that bracket, that the reservoir would be hitting the bracket. So because I want my saddlebag and it didn't look like it would fit with the reservoirs up, even without the saddlebag, I decided to flip them, which my understanding about the reservoirs on shocks is that it doesn't matter the positioning since they're gas pressurized. It just has about 5/8 of an inch clearance to the swing arm, which should pretty much move with the swing arm. So I just need to keep an eye on that. Oh, that was a good little test to see how it handles with the Ohlins. Yeah, the back being up about a 1/4 inch more seems to really help. I think my Indian thinks it's a sport bike now. I don't quite think that, but the Indian does. That was the off-road testing section. Ohlins, yeah, you can take your Indian Scout bobber off-road if you get the Ohlins. Got the peg. Yeah, there's a dip in the middle of that turn, so tagged the peg, pushed my foot up a little bit. Otherwise, it felt okay. So today is day 5 of the shock test. We're about 500-600 miles in on testing over different pavement. So far, so good with the Ohlins. I could avoid the manhole covers because I got pretty good handling between the tires and the Ohlins. Oops, not that one. So I have about 700 miles on the Ohlins STX36 shocks. I've been over multiple types of terrain, hit bumps, sort of bumpy turns, bumpy roads, and it hasn't affected the handling. The bike seems to want to stick to the ground. If you hit a pothole or something like that with the rebound set about halfway, that it seems to keep the bike planted on the ground. It has only a few times bumped me out of the seat, and it takes a pretty big bump for that. So that has actually improved the ride quite a bit, and it still is pretty firm, but it's still comfortable. So at this point, I'd have to say that if you want to get the Ohlins STX36 shocks and stick them on a bobber, I don't see a problem. I don't see a problem in the future, anything that I've missed or it's going to happen. So it's just a matter of getting them, shortening them as short as they will go, and then just bolting them upside down and start maybe in the middle of the adjustments, which I did. And if you get the right spring rate, you should notice a big improvement. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Talk to you later.